'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except for Niklaus. His friends were all home for the season this year. Alone on Christmas? That's his greatest fear. The snow lined the streets of the city feet deep. His mind grew distracted, no way he can sleep. He sat straight up in bed, frame missing of course, when a thought raced towards him like a wild horse. He sprang from the bed to grab what he'd soon need: a lighter, munchies, and a baggie of weed. His table was covered with greens in a flash. Thank God I remembered to re-up my stash. The fresh embers lit up this lone stoner's face as that skunky aroma filled up his place. When what to his wandering eyes should appear? A giant snowman. How did you get in here? In a blink of Nick's eyes and a puff for his high, the snowman was gone. Was it all a lie? Back to his business, there's no time for games. Not a soul in the world would believe his mad claims. So he rolled up a joint and his piece he now burned, when surprise, surprise, his cold new friend had returned. From the hardwood floor, it stood at least 6 feet tall. Maybe he's only a harmless fly on the wall. As the ashes and embers of the joint did rise, so did the fire of hate in its lifeless eyes. It stood and watched, peering deep into Nick's soul. Why do I feel so guilty? Is that your goal? And then in a twinkling, Nick heard from behind a blaring alarm, only meant to remind. As Nick turned his head and spun completely around, upon seeing his snack, his eyes glistened, smiled, frowned. But to make matters worse, his insanity grew. With a turn of his head, there's no way that it's true. His large rotund guest was gone, just like that. Maybe I should get a dog or a cat. Relax, who needs them? You're just tweaking, you're all good. As he double-checked his locks, thrice more than he should. His chapped, trembling lips inhaled the dense smoke. When his eyes widened, this must be some sick joke. The stump of the joint Nick held tight in his teeth. As the snowman inched forward, the floor beneath. It had a high-top hat and a large orange nose. Is this a new strain? Maybe it's just how it goes. He had smoked enough weed, this he knew to be true. And Nick laughed when he saw it, despite what he knew. As soon as it started, he was back in bed, which led him to know he had nothing to dread. The sun rose outside, he'd made it through the night. Soon he'd even forget of his stressful plight. And returning his head to its resting place, our Nick quickly learned this would soon be the case.